The success of your agency is linked to the quality of your people. Yes, that's true. However, successful, bigger agencies don't just hire people. They also have figured out how people and processes work together at scale. We spoke with some digital agency owners to uncover how to exactly do this. Ready to see if you have all three stages of creating a process-driven agency covered? Let's dive in. Documenting processes allows new hires to hit the ground running and ramp up quickly, without the need of extensive onboarding. Think of documented processes as a treasure map that leads to the secrets of your organization's success. By following the map, they can quickly learn and implement valuable insights, and avoid the pitfalls of starting from scratch. It's like inheriting a well-oiled machine instead of having to build it all over again. Michael Gasser from Squeeze Marketing has shared the operational setup at his agency.
We have internal systems that are well defined so that the team member feels like they're stepping into a system with parameters that they can understand, right? So those communication systems internally, client management systems that they can plug right into, that kind of building systems, assessing people to make sure you're hiring the right people is where it starts.
When it comes to your agency's processes, simplicity is key. It's essential to break down each step into easily manageable checklists so that everyone on your team can follow along and execute according to plan. Jens Rose from Floodlight SEO has shared his take on this.
You nail down your processes and figure out from a very granular level, how does this really pull together, then document that process, put it into something that can be followed, make it as checklistable as possible, because that's where you get the level of consistency that you need in order to scale and to make sure that your quality doesn't suffer. Like, there's a reason why pilots have checklists, because crashes were a lot more common when they were just treated as experts who knew what to do. Now with the checklists, it just gets done, and aviation safety blossomed. And so implementing that kind of thing in your business makes it so that they can do that.
Regularly monitoring processes enhances the effectiveness of your business's workflows and identifies any gaps in the system. Jens Rhodes underlined the importance of having the individuals involved in the processes be the ones responsible for documenting them, and iterating and adapting the documentation based on diligent monitoring.
The other thing is making sure that there's time for that training and time for changing of processes. Like, we're an SEO agency, so we're dealing with Google, and Google changes as often as it possibly can. The SEO that we're doing now is not the SEO that we did last year. The techniques change. And so you need to stay on top of it and make sure that your team is empowered and able to modify the processes, and so that your processes, they're a living document. They're always getting changed. And the people that should be updating them are the people that are doing them. And so I see a lot of people, they make the processes themselves, and then they just kind of like gift them to their team. And if anything needs to be changed, then it falls on them to make the changes and do it. But they're the guys that are doing it all the time. And so if something changes, they're going to be the ones that are aware of it first. So they're the ones that should be changing the process.
Establishing a process-driven organization simplifies the process of scaling your marketing agency. You also need to make sure that the way you communicate the built processes and deploy it to the team is scalable. Jens Rose has devised an innovative approach to processes by capturing them on video and subsequently tasking his team with transforming them into detailed, refined steps primed for future use.
The thing that I like to do, like, let's say we're coaching for a specific process. What I do is, I come up with the basics, right? Like, I figure it out. Like, I know what needs to be done generally myself. And so what I do is I just do it and talk out loud while I do it, and I record the video, right? And I might pause and go over variations or, things to consider and things like that. But I'm not documenting anything really. I'm just saying stuff out loud while I do it. And then when the video's done, and I've completed the process, then I send the video over to the person who's going to do the thing that I want to take over. And I make them document the process, and I want to make them make the steps and make the checklists and make the video snippets that are for that specific step, because the goal is not so that they can make it for them. What you're doing now is you're making this process so that when we grow and you're in charge of people doing this process, you can just hand them something that teaches them. Because when you do a thing, you learn it.
To sum it up, these three stages are what differentiate agencies that scale from the ones that don't. Documenting processes, iterative improvement of processes, and ensuring scalable implementation. It's that simple, right? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and leave a comment. What processes have you implemented at your agency that have been the most critical for scalability? If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification button to stay updated with our future videos. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.